Welcome everybody to episode 9 of chapter 2 of the Gene Park. I'm Icon and what can I say? It's a wonderful day, except for the frickin' mechanoids blocking our sun. So that's going to be our endeavor for today. Hopefully Randy won't toss stuff at me once more. We'll see about that. Last episode, when we were off trying to bash down that thing, Randy was generously sending me some raiders with lots of rocket launchers. Rest in peace, Sean, but beyond that, no severe losses have happened. So, this was a setback, because this means that we weren't able to get our Caravan out there and destroy the smoke spewer, but we'll be getting there. We'll get there. Okay, I think, as a matter of fact, it seems like there's a decent chance that today will be the day where we're using the genome recombinator to duplicate the genes and actually do something with that. I mean, I could... Whoa. That's some mistake there. I could already grow a couple of paragon animals, like... Let's see. What happens if I put in two humanoid genomes on top of each other? I guess that doesn't do anything. Humanoid paragon. Oh my god, what's that? So... a perfect humanoid animal. So they talk... They do the social recreation thing. They increase research speeds. Okay. Subject to precepts. Well, tempted, but not yet. And a perfect boom animal. Boomalope paragon. Deep kit. Explodes in a much more violent fashion. Okay. Interesting things are possible there. Especially considering that we got ourselves some fertility unblockers there, which would allow us to go for actual reproduction. I have enough material on me to actually roll for a set of reproducing paragon animals. That's an idea that just can't get off me. Ooh. Fire! Exclamation mark. Well, we got an orbital factory in town, and we don't really have much money for that. I think that's what's happening here. My gosh. Rimworld meds. Oh, we're able to sell off our drugs there. The unwanted drugs, that is. Their pricing is pretty nasty. Ursine genome. Hell yeah. It's even dirty cheap. Dinosaur cheap. They aren't dirty cheap, but... Okay, insectoid genome. Oh gosh. So I like the fact that you're also able to just buy that stuff from time to time. Wonderful. Now, let's sell that wood, so we can buy some more of these wonderful goods. Genes. Okay, henceforth, I always want to be visited by a orbital factory. So I'm actually not going to sell these weapons here. Mostly because I want to disassemble them myself. If I disassemble them, I'll get much more of the materials that I actually need. So we're going to go for this like that. The gun link is pretty worn down. Tragic. So let's see. We're already buying some of those Ursine genomes. More out of laziness, I already buy 3 of them. But let's see. From these, I don't have the ability to buy as many as I want to. Is there anything else I can sell in bulk? Let's sell off a couple of these extra. Because, you know, I don't want to hold myself, I don't want to hold myself back here with these. Let's buy as many as possible, you know. I highly doubt that such an opportunity will come anytime too soon again. So, yeah, here we go. Go. So we have a fire in our hay grass. Highly unfortunate. Okay. Good. Just wanted to make sure that these precious materials are not going to be wasted. Okay. So, let's allow sowing here for a moment again. Stupid dry thunderstorm. So, did I forget to remove a home zone, huh? Definitely looks like that. And it's finally raining. Now then, assemble these. So here they wanted to give me 1/100th of a silver piece for that HMG. And I'm like, no. Let's disassemble that. Grenade launcher, 2 miniguns. Really found a lot of cool stuff in there. Okay, so with that all done, let's finally get ourselves on the road to get rid of those dirty mechs. So we're going to pick up quite a nice assortment of people. Not the horsey though, and not the iron husk beetles either. And off you guys go. Just 0.3 days of travel time if they manage to make it out of city in time. We can't promise. We'll see about that, though. I mean, most of the time you're able to access these mechanoid clusters just from the rear side, and you don't have to fight the actual cluster at all. So, that's just fine. Yeah, the orbital factory has left comms range. So we have a lot of genes to experiment around with. We are allowed to work with dinosaur, and a lot of dinosaur. So that's really, really awesome. Beagle. From the Hive Natilla faction. So the actual problem there is we don't really have a bed left there, and I wanted to see we have wardens employed. Awesome. Yo, Beagle, I must say, the mad scientists of the Gene Park, they don't care about you enough anymore. We don't have a bed for this guy, and oh well, you know what? I'll give you Guy a fair chance. Billy's going to get outside there for you. All the way outside there. And patch you up. And then you can GTFO. I think that's fair enough. See ya, dude. Let's see if you survive that. Alrighty. So, oh yeah, Narc is back home, so we can do a public execution now. Conversion ritual. Oh no, the administrator has to do that. Forget about what I'm saying here. Conversion is slowly going ahead. Generating map for encounter. Now, manhunters. Oh no, we're being ambushed by manhunter rats. Okay. Sure thing. Ready, aim, fire. Go get them. Watch out, they're trying to overrun us. I'm sorry. Trying to get some drama into this situation, but I guess our own bullets are way more dangerous for our own animals than the actual enemies, so... Enough about that. Let's check that I don't accidentally leave something behind that I don't want to leave behind. Yeah, well, why not? You know me, I love urns. So, reproduction of those iron husk beetles takes literally forever. And then a bit. Okay, so that's now the actual cluster. Okay, so... What a turret. What a deadly situation. What's that wall made out of? Big spite. Isn't that a gemstone? Yeah. So, these crazy mechanoids. Alrighty, so I think the easiest way to get the job done will be... First off, let's hope there's nothing inside. No, let's just punch that thing, you know. Cool. And now we need to check out how to do this, but I have an idea already. So, I don't know, Guerrero, the guy with the... Oh, I can't deconstruct that. Because I haven't destroyed them yet, huh? Okay. So let's destroy one piece of wall. And maybe my animals will rush in there, yep, and just eat that thing. Let's put on hell in there as well. Alrighty, there we go. I just wanted to make sure that we're going to be able to deconstruct those extremely valuable bits and bobs. Because, you know, it might be a miniature mech cluster, but the loot is real nevertheless. I mean, wow. Look at that. Too much work to get it down, but... Smoky quartz wall. So, we're going to deconstruct that. I just can't leave that stuff behind. I don't manage to, okay? We'll deconstruct that. All of it. These crazy people built houses out of gemstones. And our best worker is in the house, so... And we got all our carrying animals with us. I need money these days. The stuff my colony needs is extremely costly, and I just got a free delivery of lots of gemstones there, so... Vaughn, insulting spray. Had to leave the colony. This must be the old thing, or... Oh, wait a sec. Did I... So... I must say I outplayed myself quite decently the other day. By removing the base builder meme, I thought that the actual issues revolving around that were removed, but I was wrong about that. I did all this stuff, and I forgot to actually redo that precept. Priceless, isn't it? Okay, well, we're gonna get that done next time. So you see there, this is a clear sign of your dear content creator also not being too experienced with the ideology either yet. Oh, I want that floor, man. I want that floor. Well, let's wait that night turn. Man, I feel dumb now. But whatever. The Secret of Ramsey. So, sorry Ramsey, sucks to be you, but I gotta say, we are not taking any new people here. Especially not those with a filthy little secret. They often come with really, really dangerous things. So let's just make our oopsie into a decision, gameplay-wise. Let's just say we might have turned off our old precept, but at the same time, our old ways still linger on the community. They still despise traveling, even though they know it better by now. I really like the idea of saying, I might have misplayed it, but let's just make story out of it, you know? With the next reform, they'll get it away. I also feel like there is this is quite a power playing component of in Ideologen, where it allows you to basically remove precepts like you want them to without any costs and the like. I always felt like that was a really strange system to work with to begin with, but, well, whatever. Days of Food 0, but they got foraging, so they're not going to starve that super quickly there. Even though I always find it very alarming to have that happening like that, you know? Okay, I must say that was a very, very bountiful expedition there. So, since we got such a boatload of dinosaur genes, let's start doing dinosaurs. And the first thing that I want to know now is, can I combine dinosaur with dinosaur? No, I can't. Aww. Aww, I'm so sad now. That would have been so awesome. So, let's see. Parasaurolope. Chickanathus. Triceratops. Let's do a Triceratops. I got a legendary genoframe. Neat. I didn't actually know that. Well, let's put up an excellent one first. And, do we want to do 2 of these? Not yet. Not yet. I want to know if they are really good first. So let's initiate the synthesis. And since we got that many dinosaur genes, let's see. Dinosaur insectoid diplobeetle. So yeah, let's create ourselves a diplobeetle as well. On a good genoframe. Okay, let's do this. Meanwhile, our caravan is almost back at home. So, people are full of food poisoning. Our caravan is not in a good shape when it comes back home. So we already have the first breakdowns due to traveling. Fire starting spray on winters. Yeah, I know. With the next reform, all these things will stop. Let's do a festival once we're back home. Yay, my heroes are back. Awesome. And guess what? We're going to introduce some fresh new dinosaur buddies for our dinosaurs. Dinosaur singular. You get the idea. So, something here went wrong. So, we want a dinosaur and insectoid. What's dinosaur reptile going to do, though? Oh yeah, that was this one. And I got the ursine genome newly. Spinal bear. Oh yeah. So, well, since I haven't multiplied the ursine genome yet, we're going to stick with the Diplo beetle. Hell yeah. That orbital factory was real broke to me. Alrighty, so we got the new creatures in the making. The moment I had a second Electro Womb, I wanted to have a second Xenomorph too, but I can't afford it by now. Like, our colony has gone quite rich. So let's wait until the people here are back to normal again before we do the party. Unroofed. Oh no. So sometimes when you make your rooms too large, something like that happens. You see that little rectangle in the middle? That's giving me a hunch that this place is not fully roofed. As a matter of fact, this doesn't really do anything bad to the stuff there. It's quite fun because it doesn't deteriorate here, but at the same time this room is not an indoors area, so you wouldn't be able to regulate the temperature in there. Just wanted to say. Alrighty. I'll leave the items here on the critters because there's, for me, no real reason to force the unloading right now. One of the batteries is broken. Well, constructors weren't in town, so makes sense. So how much for the next reform? 14. Installation robbing. Yeah, it's another regular thing to raid. Oh, that one went into the guest wing. Can't have that. So we got the necessary Migmatite chunks to get the job done, so we don't need to worry about that too much. Alrighty, everybody's off their mental breaks, so let's start out with... Oh yeah, this one, I didn't have a nice room for that. Now I remember why I didn't do that. But here, let's do some conversion for Quartan. Maybe we're going to change the style of this ideology next time too. They are evolving after all, you know? Terrible conversion ritual. Whoopsie! So that actually bumped up her belief in the old thing. But you're not going to get rid of us, you know? Oh, clothing. Bring it in. Okay. So, I mean, for my colony, tainted clothing is no longer a problem. I made it that way. Because I always felt like... I find that's a quite nonsensical argument that people are going to be constantly mentally upset because they are wearing a dead man's pair of shoes, so to say, or a dead man's pair of clothes. Come on, it's the year 5500. We haven't invented, or we have obviously forgotten how to build washing machines, and we're also obviously have forgotten how to repair clothing. Therefore, come on, guys. Either give me a certain option to wash clothing, or just don't bother me with that whole tainted apparel thing. I really like it this way. So, I find it already annoying enough that clothing does decay the way it does in this game. So, but this is a nice common ground. Because these precepts allow me at least to wear that stuff until it dissolves, without having to worry about the fact that it even makes my people go mental because they are wearing something ugly. So, that's okay. I never understood these mootlets. There are a couple of things in Rimworld that I frankly disagree with, but that doesn't make the game bad in any way. No! I'm sorry. These solar flares, they do something to me. So that's a good reasoning why you never should rely on your genes to be stored in just one place. I wonder what I could do about that. I mean, you can't change solar flares, so at the end of the day, I think I just need to replace or use these genes accordingly. It's the best way to avoid spoilage. Keep that stuff used, not stored. So we're going to always store just a minimal amount of genes. I think that's really a good approach there. The Geno frames, luckily they don't have this issue there. They don't expire or anything. So Lolly lost a skill. Why is that so? I mean, is this animal so difficult to train? Or is it just not happening anymore? Well, it's 95% though. I gotta say, this is quite heavy and hard. So my best handler is Helen with Animals 14. I really wonder if that's... Cannot train Lolly. No usable food. So... raw meat, corpses, meals, processed foods, kibble. The heck? So this doesn't make any sense to me. There is food to train Lolly with. Let's see. So we are not going to put the meat into the barrels. Okay. So obviously the issue is that if that meat is lying in the barrel, they don't recognize it as present. Well, the wacky and weird interactions with your mods, they never cease to amuse me, annoy me, whatever me. Oh, I think we can set up more fantastic meals yet again. Oh, I'm out of corpses. Okay. A growth cell has been produced. So, Triceratops, size 10. But I think there's no larger growth cell than that, isn't it? Larger electro, no. Size 10 is huge. I gotta say. Okay. Oh, yeah, I was just wondering why the heck aren't they building that, but then I realized that I sold all the wood a moment ago. So, choppity chop. Here we go, my friends. Get rid of some of those plants. Okay, speaking about which, the last Doomsday incident just showed me that we need to spice up our defenses. This is pretty abusey gameplay, so, or exploity, I would rather say. This is abusing the fact that the Raider AI will always seek the easiest path, the one with the least friction. And you see, closing over these barricades, slowing them down, so they won't be using those barricades to cross over. It leaves only the fields with traps on them. So basically, this is well, killing off raiders in larger numbers. The downside of it is extremely resource and work intense. You can also pull this off with stones in a less timber heavy environment, but I gotta say that's even more crazy. Did that once, would not recommend to do this twice, but it did help our economy at this point quite a lot. So those fields here are now resown. Let's turn them off again. Just want to wait until the hay grass economy is rolling. The growth cell has been produced. Size 12. I'm frankly concerned about the size of the electroworms, but there is no statement that there is a larger one, or there was no warning that this was a too small vessel, so we're going to assume that everything was going to be fine. Right. I probably should store these electroworms in another confined room. I mean, I have plenty of storage space there. So, that's another day's idea. And with the timber available again, we're creating new chem fuel. I think I'm going to bump up the numbers here. The thing is just so easy that we can really make this an export good in our colony. Because why not, you know? We have the resource. So let's use it. Alrighty, my friends, so we're going to see what'll happen with those new critters in the next episode. Can't wait to get there. Finally, we're creating new genetic monstrosities. And feel free to tune on in for the next time. We're definitely going to create new critters in the next episode as well, because we're starting to get there. And as my menagerie now grows, we're also going to expand the actual park again, promise. We just had to raid some genes, but that went down really swimmingly. So yeah, comments down below, thumbs up if you enjoyed, and of course consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I'd be delighted to have you. See you guys next time, and have a wonderful week. See you soon. Bye-bye.